Hello, welcome again. We are studying the subject compressible fluid flow for civil services mains, IFS and gate aerospace exam. So the next topic in this subject is alternative forms of energy equations. So if we assume no heat addition, then the energy equation is this. So Q is 0 here. So we have studied energy equation, one dimensional flow equation. So if we assume no heat addition, then Q is 0, then the energy equation will be H1 plus U1 square by 2 is equal to H2 plus U2 square by 2. So this is equation number 1. So this is one of the form of the energy equation. Okay. So now we'll study the different forms of energy equation. You need not to remember all these forms. You need to see how these are derived. Okay. How the relations are used to drive these equations. So we can put here H1 is equal to CPT1. Okay. H2 is equal to CPT2. So this is specific enthalpy, and specific enthalpy is CPT1 or CPT. For 1 it is CPT1, for 2 it is CPT2. So this is second type or second form of energy equation. So now we can put this Cp as gamma R divided by gamma minus 1. Okay, so this will become third form of energy equation. So now we can put this gamma RT1 as A1 square and gamma RT2 as A2 square. This is sonic velocity. Okay, so these are the four forms of energy equation. Further, we can put this A1 square as P1 by rho 1, because this is the definition of sonic velocity. A1 root P1 by rho 1. So A1 square is P1 by rho 1, and this is P2 by rho 2. So this is fifth form of energy equation. Okay. So now if we assume that at location 2 the Mach number is 1 or M2 is 1, then uh, both the fluid velocity as well as sonic velocity will be your critical sonic velocity. The sonic velocity will be equal to critical velocity for Mach number 1. The fluid velocity at sonic velocity is same, so U2 and A2 both will be equal to A star. Okay. And if we use M1 as M, A1 as A, U1 as U, then this equation can be written as A square by gamma minus 1 plus U square by 2 is equal to A star square by gamma minus 1 plus A star square by 2. Okay. Or further solving it will become equal to this equation 6 A square divided by gamma minus 1 plus U square by 2 is equal to gamma plus 1 divided by 2 bracket gamma minus 1 bracket close A star square. So this is equation number 6. Okay. So this is in terms of characteristic sonic velocity or critical sonic velocity. Okay. So now if we take this U2 as 0, then it will be the stagnation condition. So we can put then T2 as T02. So this will become, or we can put T2 as T note and take this as T as U. So it will be, the next equation will be CPT plus U square by 2, okay, is equal to Cp T note. So this is seventh energy equation. So now we can divide a whole equation by CPT. So then it will be T naught by T is equal to 1 plus U square divided by 2 CPT. Okay, and Cp value is gamma R divided by gamma minus 1. So gamma RT is just A square. So it will be 1 plus U square divided by 2 A square divided by gamma minus 1. Or we can say it is 1 plus gamma minus 1 by 2 U by A whole square. Or U by whole square is your Mach number. Okay. So this is the eighth form of energy equation, that is T naught by T is equal to 1 plus gamma minus 1 by 2 m square. Okay. So now we have the ratio of T naught by T, and if we use isentropic relation, then we know that P naught by P is equal to rho naught by rho raised power gamma is equal to T naught by T raised power gamma by gamma minus 1. So from this we can find out P naught by P and rho naught by rho in terms of Mach number. So these are the isentropic relations. These two are not the energy equation. If isentropic conditions are not satisfied, then this relation is not, these relations are not satisfied. Okay. If isentropic conditions are not satisfied, then these relations are not valid. So isentropic condition is must for these two, not for this. Okay, so this is the form of energy equation. These are not the form of pure energy equation. Okay. So now if we take further we take m2 as 0, then A will be your A naught sonic velocity will be your stagnation sonic velocity, and u2 will be 0. So here the next energy equation. Now if we put here A1 as A, U1 as U, and A2 as A naught and U2 as 0, we will get equation 12. So this will be your A square by gamma minus 1 plus U square by 2 is equal to A naught square by gamma minus 1. So this is your 12th energy equation. Okay, so now here again, if we put A as A star, we take Mach number m1 as 1, then it will be A star, and this will be your U star, U star or U A star. U will be also A star. Both A and U1 will be your A star. So this will be your 13th energy equation. And now we have this A star by A naught as as A is your gamma RT. So A star will be your gamma RT root. So A is your root gamma RT. So A star will be your root gamma RT star, and A naught will be your root gamma RT naught, and its square will be the ratio of this will be T star by T naught. And for T star we have Mach number is equal to 1. So we can put here in this equation m is equal to 1 and put T as T star, and then the ratio of T star by P will be your 2 by gamma minus 1, gamma plus 1. So this will be your equation number 14. So now these are the isentropic relation. Again, P star by P naught is equal to T star by T naught raised power gamma by gamma minus 1, and rho star by rho naught will be again equal to T star by T naught 1 by gamma minus 1. So these are the isentropic relations. Now if we divide equation 6 by U square, then here for U square, then it will be A by U square A by U whole square divided by gamma minus 1 plus 1 by 2, and here for A star, then A star square divided by U. Equation number 6 was, this was equation number 6, and we have divided it by U square. So now this is your 1 by m, and this is your 1 by m star. From this we can derive the relationship between m and m star. So it will come out as m square is equal to 2 by gamma plus 1 divided by m star square minus gamma within bracket gamma minus 1. So this is equation number 17. So this is the relationship between the real Mach number and characteristic Mach number. If from this we put m star is equal to 1, that m will be equal to 1. If m star is less than 1, then m is less than 1. And if m star is greater than 1, then m is greater than 1. If we put m star is equal to this quantity, then m will be infinity. It means m star and m are not the same thing. However, this is satisfied, but this condition is not satisfied. Okay, so these are different things. So now modifying this in terms m star square, the formula becomes, the simplest formula becomes gamma